Hey there, Jeff Manchester, Manchester Music. Welcome back. It's been more than a year since I've done anything on the Manchester Music YouTube channel. And that's a long time. A lot of things can happen in a little more than a year. I just didn't want 2024 to end without doing some kind of update. So that's what we're doing here, is I just want to give you an update and maybe have a little conversation about where I've been and where we go from here. So the first thing, where I've been. I've been busy. In the last year, I got a baby and I have a beautiful boy. His name is Finn and he's wonderful. And no, I haven't been away because of health issues. And I'm super grateful for like the couple people that did ask me if I was doing okay. That really means a lot. But I had a baby, I switched jobs, and since then, baby, dog, new job, I've really struggled to be in this room and be creative, which might come as no surprise to people out there who have had something like a big life event, whether it's a baby or an illness or whatever, come and interrupt the day-to-day. And so that's what I've been dealing with. So getting up here at all to do video content has just been a struggle. So that's what's been going on. I just lost focus, had to focus on other things, I guess I should say. And so let's talk about what happened over that year, maybe more specifically. You might have seen me not on this channel and not on Isotope's channel, but on another channel, Universal Audio. And that's because I went on paternity leave in January. And in that time, I had a lot of space to think. Obviously, to watch my son go from a little potato to a potato with arms and legs. And in that time, and in watching him grow and in just kind of going on walks and not having to kind of sign into Slack and work, I started to think about my future and sort of what had become of my present and maybe my past a bit. And by that, I'm just referring to the job that I worked for almost 8 years at Isotope, which is now known, I think, as Native Instruments. There's a bit of a branding thing happening there that might still be going on. Isotope was and will always be a really special place to me. I can say that it's my first big boy audio job. I had a lot of jobs before, but I had a whole other kind of persona and life before. And then I went to audio engineering school, left it all behind, and went on to Isotope. So I've made a lot of friends. I have made a lot of memories. I've traveled a ton. I went to Japan 7 times, Europe, the United States, all over the place. And it was just one of those jobs where what I did was cool. The people I worked with was cool. The products were cool. My boss was cool. Everything just lined up perfectly. But all good things must come to an end. And for me, it was really difficult to stick around at a place that had changed so much as a result of an acquisition between Native Instruments, Isotope, and then later on it would be Plugin Alliance and Brainworks. And this is not going to be one of those videos where I say, screw private equity and blah, blah. That's not what this is. There's been a lot of, I think, positive examples of companies making moves like this to grow and reach more customers, and it's gone well. And then there have been some other times when that hasn't gone very well. And for me, I just had to get off the ride. It was too much. And that sucks. And it's heartbreaking because, yeah, I know I'm just talking about a job, but it wasn't just a job. It was like a very special place with some amazing people that are still there. But it's just very, very different now. I'm going to leave it at that. But I just couldn't stick around anymore. And that was one of the things that I I think, reached a bit of clarity on when I had the time and space to think about it when I went on paternity leave. I live in Canada, so we have a very generous kind of allotment to the father, especially to the mother, absolutely. But to me, I split some time with her. And so I had a lot of time to just think. And that's what I did. I thought. And then I made the move to Universal Audio, which is where I've been for the last 6, 7, 8 months. And you can go on their YouTube channel and you can see that I've made a couple of videos there. And I say just a couple because that's not my job over there to make videos. I actually have a different role, one that was different from iZotope. And it goes something like this. It's the senior manager of product marketing for software. So that has me doing a lot of different kinds of work than I was doing or maybe expected to do at iZotope, which was a lot focused around video and video content. So for folks that want to see the Jeff at Work character, go to Universal Audio and I guess go watch iZotope's old videos. So that's kind of where I am now. And so far, Universal Audio has been a very cool, exciting place to work. Its culture is a little different. It's very, one thing I've noticed is it's super guitar focused, a lot of guitar players and guitar products. So you might have seen a Telecaster. It's in the basement now. Next to me here on my right, I've been kind of getting back into guitar, and I just got a True Fire subscription for myself for Black Friday. Little Christmas present for myself. So I've been getting back into it. And yeah, gone is the Lewitt 1040, and now I have this Bach 187 UA mic. So that is where I am now. And if you know where to find me on the YouTube channel or whatever. So that's where I am. The second thing I want to talk about is YouTube and what becomes of the Manchester Music YouTube channel, which to this day enjoys about 40,000 plus YouTube subscribers. I've got videos that I did a long time ago, which seem to find new audiences and net subscribers. And there's people that seem to be really interested in what I have to say. And I'm super grateful for that. When I first started on YouTube, this was a composing channel. I was doing a lot of media composer videos, kind of Daniel James style. And there weren't too many, to be frank, YouTube personalities doing mixing and composing videos on YouTube. There just weren't. And so I had a lot of fun kind of being one of those people that was just out there growing and composing and evaluating, I think as thoughtfully as I could, various products that I knew cost a lot of money. And so what I wanted to do was write something that was, a real test drive, if you will, of the library. I saw some channels that would just the moment a sample library came out, they would make a kind of kick the tires video and play a couple notes and then I give this 5 out of 10 stars or whatever it is. I wanted to do something deeper, but there seemed to be this favoritism on the algorithm of being first. And if the whole thing is being first, then you're not really going to have a ton of time to explore and really evaluate and then deliver a kind of verdict because you're so busy trying to get it, trying to kind of figure out what the heck you're going to do, record the video, edit it, and be first on that kind of day one launch kind of schedule. And that was a way that I found people kind of curried favor with the algorithm, and that just didn't suit me. And so I found that I couldn't write anything that sounded good enough in that short time window before I got it as a beta subscriber or whatever, and then put it, I just couldn't do that. So I decided to go in a different direction, a direction that was interesting me a little more, which is mixing and mastering. And there, yeah, I could still play the first game, but I could also just take older products like the FabFilter Pro Q3 or a Waves thing or whatever and be let's dig into the history of this thing. Why is it so important? Let's do a visual manual. So I started to do those everything you need to know about this, or why is everyone so obsessed with that? And they're deep dives into the product. And I didn't have to worry about hey, we're releasing our thing next week. We'd love for you to be a part of it. And I have to learn this whole thing. And I could just go at my own pace and do my own thing. And that got me, I think, a lot of success on the channel. And that was fun. When I left YouTube a year ago, I'd say, there was already this other trend that seemed to be a kind of recipe for success in the space, and a trend that I have a lot of difficulty with. And it goes something like this. The way to skyrocket your popularity and subscribers on YouTube is to do one of two things, or two things. One, cast doubt on the integrity of an audio company, or cast doubt on the integrity of a YouTube personality. And I've seen, and I know you've seen, a lot of channels do this, where they do a scrape of all the videos of this person on the channel and go, I looked at some things and I think they might be doing things in a funny way, or they might be stealing, or they might be kind of fraudulent here, or whatever. And then there's the other video, which is like, hey, this company, they raised their prices by X amount, or they said they were going to do this, and then I read the legal fine print and they did that. And it's kind of like this little industry of tearing other people and other companies down to prove that the world is not as it seems, and people are trying to deceive you. And it's this weird thing where, like, you can trust me, because I'm going to tell you who the bad actors are, and I'm going to really deconstruct this thing and show you that it's full of, nonsense or whatever. And to me, that's not why I came onto YouTube. I came onto YouTube to share what I'd learned originally from audio engineering school, to share compositions, to deliver, I think, what I thought were like super thoughtful, deep, thought out verdicts on very expensive sample libraries, and kind of contribute, like, here's some tips on how to use this thing, or here's some tips on how to use FabFilter, like, here's how to make the most of. And so why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this because I've had a hard time understanding where my lane is going forward on YouTube. Either I got to play the be first game, or I got to, I guess, go after another company or another YouTube channel and get into some weird kind of war where eventually I invite them on, and then one of my friends in a Joe Rogan style, like, puts all the emails or like the YouTube comments or their channel to show the likeness between thumbnails. And like, that's not me. I don't want to do that. I have no interest in just being a channel that reacts to other people's channel and other people's content. That's not what I signed up for. So I guess the third pillar of this video is like, where do I go from here? I obviously have an amazing space, a really great life. I'm really lucky. I'm growing my family. I have a stable, cool job. I don't necessarily need to be on YouTube in the same way that I think I needed to be on YouTube 8 years ago. So I think what I'm wondering is, what do you guys need me to do? What do you want this channel to be? Does this channel need to be? Are there other voices that have come in and just like, they do a good job of what I was doing before, whether it's the deep dives or like, we're good. We have a lot of other people, or there's too many YouTubers. Like, I'm not saying this like in a self-deprecating way. I'm genuinely like curious, like, what do you want this YouTube channel to be? Do you want it to stay the same? Do you want it to go in a different direction? Would you be interested in me reviewing or a different product category? It could be, I don't know. That's what I'm really curious. If you're still at the end of this video, still here, let me know what you want this place to be, because to be frank with you, I kind of wonder if I need to be doing this stuff at all. So if there's a strong case to be made, tell me, and I will think about it and think about if I can really do something special and really kind of riff on that and be like, okay, that's kind of cool. I think I could, whatever. And I'll kind of move forward from there. Cause I do kind of miss making these videos, but it is tough. But you know what? It shouldn't be easy. Like videos, and it's my whole philosophy behind, like, it should be something that I go away and then come back and be like, here's what I did, listen to this cue, or like I evaluated these speakers or this microphone for a long time. Like, that's what it shouldn't just be like reacting to stuff and calling people out. And that's not, I think, the right way for me anyway. So yeah, I'm willing to kind of shape things around and reshift them, or focus on something that I'm already doing that you're going to tell me, like, you keep doing these, we want more of these. And I'm not going to ask you to pay me or send me money or the Patreon stuff anymore. I'm good. I have a life. I have a job. I live in Canada. I don't have insane medical bills. Like, we can keep this place just focused on content and fun, and not like, get my collection played out at church or whatever. It doesn't have to be like that here. So yeah, this is like kind of freewheeling, but that's the fun. I don't have like a script and a teleprompter with Manchester Music. I just hang out and talk. So yeah, that's all I have. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I won't. I don't know. So anyway, see ya.